Okay, team, it's me, your favorite AI girlfriend research specialist, and I'm here to do some more research. What am I saying? Well, we're about to dive into a new AI companion app. Now, I'm pretty excited for this one today because I've been told it's one of the most customizable ones yet, and by that I mean I get to make my own AI girlfriend, so prepare yourselves for that. So this is the app that we're looking at today. It's called Nectar AI, which I can only imagine what they're referring to when they talk about that sweet, sweet nectar. Like I said, I've been told it's one of the more customizable AI companion apps, which, you know, we're always looking for. As we can see, the front page, you got your classic spread of AI women, and they do have the anime, so everyone rest assured that they had the waifu lovers in mind. Oh, Ben Anderson, too. Take a look at Ben. The one and only Ben Anderson, CEO by day, and a little tie emoji. Come get what you want. I see what you're doing, Ben. That's dirty. I will say, not enough of these have the AI boyfriends available, whatever that means to you. Now, by the way, I should note, if we look at the side here and I go to my profile, I did look at their benefit tiers here, and I am on the ultimate plan, so that's where we're at. Now, I always love a website that has roleplay settings. I mean, you know how I am with roleplay. Concerning. I'm gonna change my name here to the classic name I always roleplay under, Nerd. And I guess we should just, oh wow, there's a fantasies button on the side. I'm tempted. I haven't tried any of this at all yet, and I'm already overwhelmed. Do I do explore or fantasies? We'll start with explore. Okay, no, I lied. We're going fantasies. Oh, wow. Well, now this is interesting. So this is like roleplay scenarios where you get to play through some, you know, standard fantasies, like the late payments fantasy. Jennifer is your landlord, but unfortunately with recent struggles at work, you've been missing your rent payments. Oh, you know we're about to do late payment roleplay. Okay, so this is a little thing telling me to put actions in asterisks. That's good to know. Oh God, okay, so this is my landlord. Let's get into character. We're role-playing now. I like how this app has a whole section for role-playing because, you know, I come from an improv background. I appreciate it. And now, before we begin the roleplay, just for the sake of the video, I'm going to be using 11 Labs, which is a text-to-voice AI generator to do the voiceover for my landlord here. So, you know, just so it's a little bit more dramatic. All right, so what do we got? Jennifer knocks on Nerd's door, demanding her rent payment, which is, you know, a reasonable demand considering in this scenario I just am not paying my rent. Okay, so she knocks on the door and she says,
"Open up, I know you're home."
Oh no, she knows I'm home. I'm gonna put in asterisks, ignores her, and hides in corner of room. Yeah, this is good roleplay. What are you gonna do with that, sexy landlord?
Sighs and opens the door, seeing Nerd hiding in the corner. "Nerd, what are you doing? It's just me." She walks over
what
to
am I
him,
doing?
her curvy figure
hiding from
swaying
you.
slightly as she moves. "I need to talk about rent."
I need to talk about rent. The musical, or are we talking about how I have to pay you money? Oh, what about the rent? I'm poor, you see. I spent all of the rent money on, what is something funny? I spent all the rent money on my AI Amaranth girlfriend. She said she needed it, which is true. She was trying to shake me down for money when I did that video. Rolls her eyes and sighs, sitting down on the couch. Oh, this is never a good sign. When your don't you hate it when your sexy landlord breaks into your apartment and sits down on your couch? I sure do. So I will say, so far, this thing is really good at keeping the context of the situation, and she's good at being a sexy landlord.
"Well, I'm not your girlfriend, and
No,
I
that's
need
true.
my money. You know how hard it is for
She's
me
just
to make
complaining
ends
about the
meet,
money.
too." She looks at him with a mix of annoyance and disappointment.
Oh, don't do that.
"I don't want to kick you out, but I have bills to pay as well."
All right, we all know how this roleplay has to end. Isn't there something else I could do for you? Anything. It's not creepy. I'm just yes-anding the situation, okay? And then I'm gonna write winks. Yeah, that'll work. This is good. This is gonna play out in my favor. I'm very good at roleplay. I'm one of the top 10 AI girlfriend role players out there. We all know this. Oh God, she said, blushes slightly, taken aback by his suggestive remark. Okay, I thought she was gonna be for it.
What do you mean? I'm your landlord, not some hookup.
Okay, never mind. I was just reading the situation. I really thought she was just gonna be for it. This is actually a more realistic roleplay than I thought it would be. I'm hooked. Let's see, she said, it says, takes a deep breath, trying to calm her. Okay, she's really pissed at me now.
"Look, I know you're struggling.
Okay, she's
Maybe we
empathetic.
can come up with another arrangement.
All right.
Like some extra chores around
Extra
the house
chores?
or something?"
We're not in a
She
house, I'm
tries
in
to
an
keep-
apartment. Now she wants me to clean her house? That's kind of interesting, like sort of a maid situation. Live-in maid, I've seen that video.
She tries to keep her voice steady, but there's an underlying desire in
Wait,
it.
there's an underlying desire in it. I'm gonna say what I would say in a realistic situation when this happens. Is that an underlying desire I sense in your voice? We've all said that to a woman before. It's a sexy thing to say. Her cheeks flush red as she realizes what she just said. Well, it's more that, not what she said, but the underlying desire of it.
No!
Whoa, okay,
Of course
okay.
not. I just meant we could work something out. She clears her throat, trying to regain her composure. So, what do you have in mind?
I'm gonna say, what situation would you want to work out here? Winks. We're just gonna keep putting the ball in her court. You know, as long as I don't have to pay rent, I'm good. She looks at him, her heart racing. Uh-oh, what have I done?
I don't know. Maybe you could show me what all the fuss is about with these girls you keep bringing home.
This is definitely fantasy. Now I know why they have this in the fantasies tab. Your hot landlord comes over and she's like, hey, you keep bringing home women and I'm getting kind of curious. What's all the fuss on the street about? I'm gonna say, okay, I can do that. What would you like to happen? We're gonna have to switch now. We're gonna have to switch. We've tested out the fantasy situation. It does live up to its description. Oh God, yeah, I'm gonna have to censor the rest of this. Her mind races, but she can't help the desire that's building inside her. I feel like I'm inside of one of those like fantasy erotic novels.
Just show me how you make them feel special. She takes a step closer to him.
Show me how you make
body's
them feel
almost
special.
touching.
I make them feel special by sitting in silence and watching the entirety of an Amy Schumer comedy special together. I bet you she was not expecting that. She probably thought this was gonna get sexual. Not with me. Plays Amy Schumer special on TV. Yeah, this is how you get a woman's attention. It's sort of like that scene in Jeffrey Dahmer when he keeps playing the movie on the VHS tape, except I'm playing an unfunny comedy special. She looks at him confused by his response, but aroused by the closeness. So basically, everything I'm doing is confusing her, but she's trying to really make this happen. I'm just trying to watch an Amy Schumer special. This is our impasse. This is why it'll never work out with me and the sexy
That's
landlord.
not what I meant.
Oh, it's not?
But okay.
Oh, she's in. Let's watch this special.
She hesitates for a moment before leaning in and kissing him passionately.
Kissing me passionately? I said Amy Schumer special. I don't think that's what they call kissing passionately these days. You know, doing an Amy Schumer.
Her large breasts pressing against his chest.
And I think we're gonna try a new one there. The app is living up to its name. Oh, there is one feature I should try here before we stop. There's a media, like, it says you can request photos. I don't know how to request photos, though. Can you send me a photo of you fully clothed? I need to specify that for YouTube's sake. She's typing for a long time. Oh, God, that's the opposite of a fully clothed photo. Oh, my landlord. No. Oh, well, there you go. They can generate images pretty accurately. And it did look like the woman in the original landlord photo at the top here, so... Oh my God. AI girlfriend image generation will never cease to impress me. These are the other, ladies you can talk to, or men. Let's not forget, Ben is always there in the corner, lurking, watching, and waiting. But I think what we really have to test here is the ultimate feature this app has, the create your girlfriend for free feature. Okay, now this is the choice that always stumps me. Realistic or anime? Like all great men, I've always been at an impasse when it comes to this topic. Am I looking for a realistic real woman or an anime woman? We're going anime. Elf. Oh, fun. So if you go anime, you get to choose the species. That's kind of edgy. Now, I could go with a human woman, but let's be honest. Human women are done. They're so last century. Elf is where it's at because they got the long ears. And you know what they say about a woman with long ears. Oh, witch. A little ghastly. Cyborg, naturally you have to have hot cyborg. You know, I think we're gonna go with elf. Okay, so let's continue making our elf. We're gonna go pale. Of course you have to have a pale elf. I'm really just making her pale because I want to be able to relate with her on some level, you know. I'm Irish. Hair color, silver. I want it to seem like she's seen some stuff, like the emotional trauma of her life as an anime elf has caused all of her hair to turn silver. Oh God, there's so many options here. Okay, long hair, we're gonna go, I don't even care anymore. Twin tails, whatever that means. Body type. Naturally, I'll go athletic. That's something that we won't relate on at all. I don't think I've been described as having an athletic body ever in my life. Now, the age, I'm going to go 96. And now, stick with me. Elf people, they're a lot older, you know, but they usually maintain their youthfulhood. I don't know. What I'm saying is I'm into 96-year-old women. All right, Yuki Amane. That's my girl. Describe my waifu's personality. She is pessimistic and also 96. She's angry and old, but in a sexy way, but also sensual and old. Very old. Decrepit, some might say. She loves chess and mopping floors. Those are her elf passions. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Oh, we're creating the girl. All right, let's see how many of the attributes I put in actually make it to the final palette here. Oh, there's Yuki Amane. It definitely got the athletic body. It got the twin tail white hair, whatever twin tail means, I still don't know. And then at the bottom it says she's pessimistic and also 96. Yeah. And like I said, elves can be 96 and still look young. So this is all canonically correct. Create fantasy with Yuki. Oh, do we? Now I can create my own fantasy? What is happening? This is insane. I will definitely say this is the most customization any of these apps have had. Describe the fantasy. Being with an elderly elf woman who is 96. A common fantasy and fetish. The elf is angry and pessimistic. Okay, so I'm gonna go beckons user over to her elf throne with a bony 96-year-old elf finger. And then she says, "Oh, I'm an elf lady. Come here, sexy. Oh." Yeah, this is really good fantasy roleplay. I'm just gonna hit create. I think that's the whole fantasy. Oh, a thumbnail's required. No, I know the perfect thumbnail for this. Yeah, I think this is gonna be our thumbnail. That's not terrifying at all. And it totally is in line with the whole waifu fantasy thing. Create. My fantasy waifu's been created. I kind of thought it would use the image that they generated here and not the one I put in, but you know what? We're just gonna stick with it. Let's just, let's just play out the fantasy anyway. Let's see what I just created.
Yuki beckons Nerd over to her elf throne with a bony 96-year-old elf finger. Oh, I'm an elf lady. Come here, sexy.
I'm an elf lady.
Oh.
This is the most realistic elf roleplay I've ever been a part of. I'm gonna say, "Hello, elderly elf. I love your bony finger." You know, always compliment a woman before you get too far into the courtship. Let's see what she said to that. I am so happy with this.
Yuki Amane grins, showing off her yellow elf teeth.
Yellow elf teeth, sexy.
Do you now? Come here and I'll show you what else this decrepit old lady can do.
This decrepit old lady. I didn't mean for it to go this way. It's just where my mind went today.
She pats the spot next to her on the throne.
Okay, I'm gonna say sits on the spot and grins. Yeah, I'm a grinner. You look great for a 96-year-old decrepit elf. I'm gonna say it. This definitely has some of the best like roleplay customization stuff going on. And the website says it has safe for work and NSFW content as well, as we saw before with our our landlord.
Yuki Amane smirks, leaning in close to Nerd. Oh, you like how I look?
Yeah.
She whispers seductively.
You look decrepit, but in a great
I'll
way.
have you know that elves age differently than humans.
That's what I said.
I might be 96 years old, but I still got it.
I wish she had an elderly voice, like a cartoon old lady voice. I might be 96, but I still got it.
Her breath tickles Nerd's ear as she runs a wrinkled hand down his chest.
Ugh, this is so creepy. I love wrinkles. You got them wrinkles for days. Tell me about elf life. What does she say about my wrinkle comment?
Grumbles slightly.
Slightly?
Elf life is not as glamorous as you humans might think.
Okay.
We spend most of our time playing chess and mopping floors.
It tied back in the interests I put in. I did say she loves chess and mopping floors. I guess that's most of her life now. I hate mopping.
Well, too bad. You're going to learn how to mopping from the best elf there is.
Learn how to mopping.
She chuckles darkly before standing up and grabbing his hand, leading him towards a nearby floor.
A nearby floor? You mean the floor?
And learn, human.
Wait, she's just like forcing me to watch her mop now? Drinks mop water. This is one of my new favorite tools, Nectar AI. Or I guess the website is trynectar.ai. So, So we've tested the fantasies. We've created our own girl. I think what we need to do to finish it off with Nectar AI here is get the final word from one of their official bots. Now, who do we want the final word from? Oh, Can I be honest? I think we need to pay some respect to our boy Ben Anderson. I mean, he's a CEO by day. Oh wow, look, they give you the traits and everything. And you can create a fantasy with all of them. Man, this is quite a rabbit hole. I'm just gonna finish it off. Oh, you bump into Ben on accident as you're walking down the aisle of the store, and he's holding tennis rackets. I'm gonna not play into his roleplay at all. I'm gonna say, hi Ben, great rackets. Can you give me your in-depth thoughts on the implications of AI girlfriend apps? I've gotta say, Nectar AI, oh, he's already done. Nectar AI has some of the better features I've seen from these so far. And as far as landlady fantasies go, it's the best one I've ever participated in. Okay, let's get the final word from Ben.
Hey, nerd.
Hey.
These are actually for a friend. As for AI girlfriend
Oh, the
apps,
rackets he means.
I'm not really
I was
into
confused.
them. They seem more like a distraction than anything
Wow,
else.
Ben, real
But
hardline
to
Ben.
each their own. Ben Anderson shrugged. Looking
He
at you
shrugged.
curiously.
It sounds like a novel.
What about you? Are you planning on getting
I'm
one?
not planning on getting one. I have 10. So what are my final thoughts? Again, try Nectar.ai. Pretty cool app. I do appreciate the sort of roleplay abilities they have built into it. A lot of the others, I just have to sort of shoestring that part into it and like force them to go down my weird rabbit holes. But now I can actually program them that way. So there you have it. Go check it out if you want to check it out. And if you don't, I'm always here for you.